Crime is at an alarming level. At the end of 2011, we had recorded some 457 murders since 2007 alone, not to mention other offenses. However, the rate of convictions are a stark contrast, with only a small percentage of the offenders being convicted and sentenced to date. One of the hindrances to the swift administration of justice and the trial process is the intimidation of witnesses. And we've even seen where persons who were to have given testimony lost their lives before doing so. In fact, they were killed. In 2006, the Christie administration introduced and passed the Justice Protection Bill, which made it a criminal offense to use violence against, threaten, damage, or cause loss of employment to a person because they will be a witness with a penalty of 10 years in prison. And the legislation went so far as to offer identity changes in cases where it was warranted. Well, after taking office in 2007, the FNM stopped this program. As a result of that cancellation, acts of threats, tampering, and intimidation of witnesses saw a sharp rise. As a matter of fact, a number of key witnesses and victims in serious criminal cases have lost their lives. The FNM must be held accountable for this gross neglect of duty, which unfortunately has resulted in the loss of the lives of many Bahamian brothers and sisters. The PLP appreciates the great need for those who are witnesses in judicial proceedings to be able to carry out their civic duty without fearing for their lives. We condemn the present administration for allowing so many to be lost to witness tampering before lifting a finger to protect such persons. The next Progressive Liberal Party government will reinstate the Witness Protection Program of 2006, along with swift justice, in an effort to complete all trials within a period of 1 year. So thank you very much. Well, I don't think we actually know. What we do know is that the prosecutors are complaining that their cases can't get off the ground because people suddenly become reluctant to testify. And you know, I would say that what's also a factor these days is the vulnerability which people feel as a result of being unemployed. And so it makes them easily accessible to people using things like money to influence people to simply disappear. I was struck today by the release of the unemployment figures, which show that 34% of the young people in the country are unemployed. And if you take the definition of youth to be those people under 25, that means that 1 in 3 people are unemployed. Or is unemployed, and so that's a very serious figure. And that, if you see where the crime is happening in the young male population, that tells you that there's pressure being put on that group of people, and the question is, what are we going to do to try and resolve that issue? So, you know, we're quite concerned about it. Well, they have the Witness Protection Program is there in theory. I know that several of our members of Parliament have raised this matter with the Minister of National Security. But at the end of the day, the program does not seem to be as it was envisaged when we first put it in place. And we believe that witnesses are vulnerable still to this, and that much more attention needs to be paid to it. And I would only just want to add this. When I was speaking to the students in Miami and Atlanta, I told them that Kofi Annan made an address in 2006 in which he said governments must have specific set-asides to solve the issue of youth unemployment. And we pledged to those students that within the first 2 years of a PLP administration, that great focus was going to be put on trying to put young people to work. This is not going to be any trickle down, but specific set-asides to make sure that the under 25s get an opportunity to work. And as I say, there's a clear correlation between that and the pressure which is put on people because they don't have to commit crimes. And we need to get on top of this crime situation. And witness protection being one aspect of it, but unemployment is an incubator for crime, and we are dedicated and committed to trying to resolve that.